Good evening, church, and thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch this video. Wanted to connect with you just briefly this evening and share an update about all things worship at First Christian Church. And first, let me just say thank you for being flexible last week when we had to make that tough but meaningful decision last minute to adjust our worship schedule. You were very flexible, and yet because of your willingness to stay committed to our faith community, we had a very high attendance online for worship last Sunday. I met with some leadership last night and then a smaller group this morning, and we made the decision to go ahead and suspend on-campus worship for again this Sunday. We know that's not an easy decision to hear, and it was certainly a tough decision for us to make, and yet in this moment we believe that it is the most faithful decision that we can make as a faith community. In fact, in my own prayer life, I believe that by making the tough decision in this moment, we are actually modeling to the community of St. Angelo what it means to be responsible and safe. And so this Sunday, we will gather online for worship at 9 o'clock. And then immediately following that online worship experience, there will be a Sunday school opportunity for you to connect with. That will all be a part of the same video thread, so there's no need to log off or to find a new link. That's all going to be at 9 o'clock on the same video thread on Facebook Live. So I invite you to connect with us at 9 o'clock this Sunday for our Facebook Live worship experience, and then also immediately following that worship, our Sunday school class. We're going to be in Sunday school talking with Duff Hallman. We're going to have a 10-minute conversation about the Serenity Prayer, so it's sure to be a really good, fun, and meaningful conversation. So make plans to join us both for worship and Sunday school on Facebook Live this Sunday. Some have asked about our drive-in worship experience. We are working hard to be able to make that happen again, hopefully sooner rather than later. But there's a few moving pieces that we're still navigating and trying to get some things lined up to make sure we can be safe and responsible before we relaunch drive-in worship. But we're hopeful that that will happen sooner rather than later. But what I want to say, no matter where you are, and maybe regardless of your opinion about some of these decisions that we are making, the challenge I want to give you as a faith community is to find meaningful ways to stay connected. Find meaningful ways to do ministry and to be the hands and feet of Jesus on behalf of First Christian Church. The life of the church has been alive and well over the last few months, and God has continued to work and move. And that's been the story over the last few months, and it will continue to be the story over the next several weeks, even as we continue to live week to week in how we worship during COVID-19. I will say that with Sarah on board, we've already begun to have some conversations with her about ways in which we can connect with our church family, both with children and youth, but also as an entire faith community. And so in the next several weeks, you're going to be finding some opportunities to engage with folks in prayer, through maybe even a community-wide scavenger hunt, in small group settings on Zoom and other ways. And so we're continuing to be committed to staying connected and doing ministry. And we hope that you will stay plugged in and continue to follow that lead. Be in prayer for your church leadership, be in prayer for your faith community, and be in prayer for the people of our community and our country, that we all might stay faithful, that we might trust the guiding Spirit of God, and that together we might continue to do the good work that we have set out to do. I thank God for you every day, and I pray that you continue to be blessed as you seek to be the hands and feet of Christ. Amen.